It was a quiet morning at St. Mary's Rural Hospital, a small medical facility nestled on the edge of a dense forest. The nurses had just begun their daily rounds, and the usual hum of activity filled the air. Patients were being attended to, files were being shuffled, and the scent of antiseptic lingered faintly. Suddenly, the peaceful routine was shattered by an unusual sound, a low, powerful roar echoing from the entrance. The head nurse, Emma, glanced at her colleague with a puzzled expression. What could that be, she wondered. With a growing sense of unease, she moved toward the entrance. As Emma approached the large glass doors, she saw something that made her freeze. There, just a few feet from the entrance, stood a massive lion, but this lion wasn't alone. Clutched gently in its mouth was a small bundle. Emma's heart pounded as she strained her eyes to understand what she was seeing. "Emma, it's a baby." The lion was holding a baby, its eyes calm and almost pleading. The other staff members gathered behind her, peeking through the glass, too stunned to move. No one knew what to do. Was the lion dangerous? Would it attack if they tried to take the baby? Emma, gathering all her courage, opened the door cautiously. The lion remained still, lowering its head slightly as if to offer the child to her. Slowly Emma approached and carefully took the baby from the lion's gentle grip. The baby was silent but breathing, wrapped in a tattered blanket. "Emma, it's okay now." As soon as the baby was safely in Emma's arms, the lion took a step back and sat down, its golden eyes locked on hers as if waiting for something. Emma, still trembling, carried the baby inside and called for immediate medical attention. The baby was rushed to the emergency ward, where doctors and nurses worked to stabilize its fragile condition. Meanwhile, the lion stayed seated outside the hospital, never moving, just watching. Word spread quickly, and soon the entire hospital staff and a crowd of curious villagers gathered at a safe distance, whispering in awe. As hours passed, Emma couldn't shake the feeling that the lion was waiting for news. She felt an odd connection to the creature, something beyond fear, a deep understanding. Finally, after ensuring that the baby was out of danger, Emma returned to the entrance. She stood there, face to face with the lion, tears welling up in her eyes. "Emma, the baby is safe. You saved this child." The lion gave a low, rumbling sound, almost a sigh of relief, and slowly rose to its feet. With one last look, it turned and padded away into the forest, disappearing into the trees. The crowd stood in stunned silence, processing what they had just witnessed. Emma, wiping her tears, turned to the onlookers. "Emma, this lion brought us a miracle today. It saved a life. We should never forget this moment." The baby, later named Leo, grew up hearing the story of how a lion had saved him. And as for Emma, she often thought back to that day, wondering if the lion had understood the weight of its actions, bridging the gap between wild instinct and profound compassion. Sometimes the most unexpected acts of kindness come from the least likely places. This story reminds us that compassion knows no boundaries, not even between humans and the majestic beasts of the wild.